So thanks everyone for joining our webinar today to talk about the successful implementation of Microsoft Digital Contact Center for Vivid Homes, working very closely with Vivid Homes and our Microsoft colleagues, especially our colleagues in Microsoft Fast Track and Microsoft in Microsoft UK, and quite a few, lots of people actually, and lots of teams participated in this success. It's difficult to mention every name, but we'll try to cover that throughout our presentation. So today's speakers are going to be myself, Mohammed Mustafa. I'm a director at Tech Labs London. I've been working with Microsoft Dynamics, Microsoft Power Platform since it used to be called Microsoft CRM version 1.2 back in 2006. I'm joined today with Fiona, as CIO of Vivid Homes. Fiona, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everybody. Thanks for the opportunity to talk on this session today. I'm Fiona Harris. I'm the Chief Information and Data Officer for Vivid. I'm basically responsible for all of technology within our establishment. Back to you, Mohammed.
Thanks, Fiona. Yara, do you want to go next?
Hi everyone, I'm Yara Tara. I'm Solution Architect with Tech Labs London. I've been with Tech Labs for over 4 years now, and I've been working with Dynamics for more than 9 years.
Fantastic, thanks, Yara. And Matt?
Hello everyone, Matt Arnold. I'm part of our pre-sales team here at Microsoft and working on Dynamics and Power Platform. It's great to see you all.
Thanks, Matt. And with us is Sagar.
Thank you. My name is Vidya Sagar. I just go by Sagar, and I'm part of the engineering group called Fast Track Services within the Dynamics R&D. And my job here is to provide a product advisory to our customers and partners. Thanks, Mohammed.
Thanks, Sagar. Thanks very much. Thank you, everyone, who joined this call as speaker. And of course, thanks to all our attendees. So our agenda today is 45 minutes. Already 5 minutes is gone. So we've got 40 minutes left to cover quickly about our partnership for this program. We'll talk a little bit about what is Microsoft DCCP. We're going to cover a little bit of technical and business challenges that we managed to overcome using Microsoft Digital Contact Center, or DCCP for short, which used to be called Microsoft Omnichannel. So to avoid any confusion, Microsoft Omnichannel is Microsoft Digital Contact Center Platform, or DCCP for short. And then Fiona will talk to us about her Vivid 2025 program for Vivid, which is a kind of a very large business transformation program that Vivid is going through. Some of the lessons learned, some of the key results and KPIs achieved so far as part of the program and phase 1. And then Saga will cover the Microsoft DCCP roadmap, where we go next, with a lot of help and support from Matt, who will cover some of the questions, especially around DCCP and AI and everything else that's going on. And it's going really fast from a technology innovation perspective. So we're hoping to cover as much as we can today, but if not, we can have more webinars or we can have one-to-one discussions with everyone. So I'm not going to take long, but Tech Labs London, we are an organization that is a global Microsoft Business Solutions partner. We have multiple offices across the EMEA region. We've delivered some of the genuine most of the complex and innovative technology enabled business transformation programs, working very, very closely with our customers. Obviously, we believe strongly that technology alone is not a solution. It's a technology enabled business transformation that really works. And we aim to provide that technology support to our partners and customers like Vivid to achieve their business transformation. And we are 100% focused on Microsoft business benefits and Microsoft business solutions. So we're really trying to bring innovative, impactful benefits to our customers and throughout our programs. And we are also the team behind iProperty Cloud, which is a property and housing platform for the property market. But we don't just do property and housing. We do a lot of other sectors, including public sector and finance and few other areas. So that's us in a nutshell. Our partnership with Vivid Homes, one of the largest housing associations in the UK, they selected the Microsoft-powered iProperty Cloud solution, which is our platform, for their 2025 program to be the center, as well as quite a few other things that they're doing business-wise as well as technology. We worked very closely with the genuinely excellent team within Vivid to try to achieve that complete digital contact center innovation, lots of capabilities, including a full all channels contact center, voice over IVR, chatbots, skill-based routing, and much more. And we'll talk about that in a moment. But it was a truly very successful partnership. And this wouldn't have been possible without the support of our colleagues from the Microsoft product engineering team and Microsoft UK and various other Microsoft colleagues, and namely the Microsoft Fast Track team, who has worked hand in glove with us really with Vivid and Tech Labs London as one joint team to deliver that success. If you have any questions, you can always ask these questions on chat if you want to, and we will try to answer your questions at the end of the session. So very quickly, what is Microsoft Digital Contact Center? And by no means this is a kind of a full end-to-end a presentation or discussion of what is DCCP. But DCCP, in essence, it's a digital contact center that includes everything: voice, chat, email, social media, SMS, IVRs, chatbots or bots in general, Microsoft Teams, portals, and you name it. It's really any channel, omni-channel digital contact center at its root. It's got things like unified routing, case management, knowledge management, insights and analytics, and it's got customer journey orchestration, targeting, and few on. So as part of that, what we have done with Vivid is that we created that digital contact center to move all of Vivid's digital contact center into a unified kind of platform, which is the Microsoft DCCP. And we'll talk more about DCCP throughout the session today, as well as we're going to talk more about the future of Microsoft DCCP. Again, if you have any questions, any specific things around DCCP or similar, by all means, please ask the question. We're short of time and we don't want to spend too much time as a complete introduction of DCCP, so we'll move on to the success story. So from a success story, this is the first phase of a multi-phase program for Vivid Homes, and the core of that phase has been the digital contact center platform. Vivid Homes wanted to really improve and enhance their contact center function capabilities and bring that all together into a single platform, which is what DCCP has provided them, including things like skill-based routing, IVR over chatbots and PVA, Power Virtual Agents, and quite a few other areas. So some of the innovation delivered so far on the program on phase 1, and phase 2 has already started. But on phase 1, we've delivered on all channels: voice, chat, SMS, WhatsApp, and portals. Some of that has been delivered as a two-way via the Power Virtual Agent. We've done a complete case management, customer conversations, skills-based routing, quick replies and first-time resolutions, work streams and contact center work streams, outbound messages, omni-channel contact center dashboards, and that includes the historical as well as the real-time dashboards. We've done customer voice surveys, and actually we are working also on the AI Copilot with ChatGPT conversations. In addition to everything DCCP, we delivered some of our iProperty Cloud functionality, such as agreements, complaints management, compliance, and fire risk assessment, as well as customer portal, PCI compliance, AI builder, and of course there was a data migration as part of that. But the key thing here is that from a digital contact center, we have delivered quite a lot. There's still a lot more we can do and we will do, but a full, complete digital contact center has gone live, and that's gone live back in November, and it has been very successful. And Fiona will talk about very important KPIs and very important achievements that has been delivered over the past few months, and continuing to see them. So last point on CRM, from a wider Microsoft CRM, what has been delivered is core data model, the data migration of customers, properties and agreements, case management activities, complaints, dynamic content for letters, document management, flags, knowledge management, and queues. All of that is part of our phase 1 success. Now, these type of implementations can never happen without challenges. So today we don't want to talk about just the triumphs, we also want to talk about the challenges we have faced. So We faced quite a few challenges, both technical, business-wise. Fiona will talk a little bit about some of the business challenges that we've overcome, but Yara will talk about a couple of technical challenges or implementation challenges to overcome some of the business needs, or to achieve some of the business needs. But again, as I said, we worked very closely together with the Microsoft engineering team to achieve these successes or triumphs for our solution. So Yara, do you want to talk us through the 4 points that we've selected, like 4 key challenges that we managed to overcome using Microsoft DCCP?
Thanks, Mohammed. So one of the business challenges, or one of the challenges that we faced, that we wanted to have one platform or one interface for our agents to work on all the channels or all the conversations receiving from the customers. So that was with the help of DCCP. We have one app, Customer Workspace app, that combine all the channels, whether it's coming from voice channel, chat channel, WhatsApp channel, one interface for all the agents to work on all the channels, also conversation coming from any channel. The other business challenge that we got, we wanted to reduce the agent time to make sure that the agent is using his time to actually help the customer in his needs, instead of wasting time in searching for who is the customer. So if the customer information is saved in the Dataverse and the customer is recognized during the channel he is contacting Vivid, so the customer information will be automatically loaded in front of the agent without having the need to search for the customer by his name or his phone number. With the help, of course, of DCCP macros, we were able to manage that. Another thing, or another challenge that we faced, was handling the customer out of the operating hours. So with the help of Power Automate Closed, we were able, in the Power Virtual Agent, to direct the customers to either other telephony systems or help them to raise a case inside Dynamics CRM, and this case will be worked on once the next day the agent log in. The last thing is that we built a custom module. One of the challenges that we have, the quality assurance for the supervisor, to make sure that the agents are handling the customers in the proper way. So we built a quality assurance module on top of the DCCP that picks or selects 2 conversations weekly per agent and assigns them to the supervisor for review and analysis for the future. Thanks.
Thanks, Yara. So as we said, it's nothing without challenges. Of course, like every program, there was always going to be business and technical challenges. But I think working together as a unified delivery team from Vivid, from Microsoft, and from Tech Labs London, we managed to overcome a lot of these challenges together and by working together. These 4 challenges are just examples, but we had quite a lot of other challenges that we faced throughout the program. And if you want to discuss anything about these challenges, we're more than happy to talk to you. You can ask questions on the Q&A section if you want to, and we will answer these questions towards the end. I'm now going to hand over to Fiona. So Fiona, if you don't mind, start sharing your screen. I'll stop sharing mine, and take us through your program and the business challenges that we've managed to overcome.
Yeah, sure. So my slides should now be shared. Can you all see those?
Yes, we
great.
can. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll kick off. So yeah, I'll talk to you a little bit today about who we are and our program 25, which is our business transformation program. Just to kick off, I don't know if everybody on this session has a social housing background, but just to say who we are here at Vivid. We're a social housing provider. We're predominantly in the south of England, Hampshire, West Sussex and Surrey, 34,000 homes, 74,000 customers. Our primary work is social and affordable rent, but we are also a home developer, and we develop anything between 1,300 to 1,700 homes per year. Majority of those are rented socially, but we also do sales and shared ownership. We do spend a lot of time with our customers to enhance their lives. It's one of our core ambitions. So we do a lot with them on social benefits, getting them back to work, and we spend a lot of our annual income on maintaining homes. So that just gives you a quick overview of Vivid in a nutshell. So really our purpose is More Homes, Bright Futures, and our program, which is called Program 25, was really born to achieve that purpose. We realised that the technology that we had wasn't really fit for purpose, and we started the journey very much as a modernising technology, but very soon it became a business transformation program. We want to simplify what we do. We want to automate as much as possible and remove a lot of the manual handoffs that we currently have, which make us less efficient. And we also predominantly want to improve service for our customers. So that is the purpose of our program. And as I said, it's a business transformation program enabled by technology and not just a technology move from system A to system B. We are a Microsoft first. We have a Microsoft first strategy, and you'll see that as I walk through the rest of the slides. So we have our purpose, but we also have a set of goals to achieve. So this is how we measure how successful we are being. We want to be 100% digital self-serve. We want to get automation to 95%. We want to improve our service standards. We have about 12 of those by 50%, between 5 and 50% across the board, depending on the standard. And we want to improve customer satisfaction by 10%. So we are being quite ambitious in the targets of the programme. It's a fundamental for us that we achieve those for the business and not just for the technology change. So our program is broken into 3 phases. Very much phase 1 is around the customer, which is everything we're going to talk about next with DCCP. So that's everything to do with the contact center, customer relationship management, complaints handling, digital self-serve. That's phase 1, which went live in November, as Mohammed said. We are in the process of phase 2. And that's very much around, predominantly around the properties, everything to do with repairs, voids, lettings, asset management, and so on. And then phase 3 is the final phase where we move to the income piece, rent, service charges, etc. So predominantly going to talk to you about phase 1 today. And here's what we went live with phase 1. It was a significant decision for us, I'd have to say, up front. We selected Tech Labs as our partner, and we selected Tech Labs mainly because of the iProperty Cloud solution, because we felt it came sort of pre-configured for housing and therefore an accelerator for us. As I said, we're Microsoft first, and then when we looked wider at our scope, we really wanted to get to that omni-channel principle. We had a product called Enghouse purely for voice, and we really didn't have any active integrated digital channels, and we felt that we could have kept Enghouse and put digital channels on Microsoft, but we really felt that we weren't being truly omni-channel if we had gone that route. So what we wanted and what we now have is an omni-channel solution where the customer can contact us through the chat channel, so virtual agent, moving to live agent, and then to voice if they need to. So making that a seamless experience for our customers, and that's been really important for us, and obviously enabled by the DCCP platform. Alongside that, we've introduced the web app. We didn't have a responsive web application. It was very clunky, very slow. What we now have is a responsive solution. It's very fast. It allows our customers to self-serve for the scope of phase 1. We will evolve it as we go through the later phases of the program. But I think what we have is a solution that allows our customers to pay their rent, update their details, look at their cases, track their complaints. The property services side of it will come in phase 2, so it's a constantly evolving thing. But what has been really beneficial in that for us is putting in place notifications, so we have two-way portal messaging, which has really been a game changer for us. The IVR with the voice channel was a concern, and we're talking about the DCCP platform, and I think if we look at the journey we've been on, the nervousness was always around the voice channel. We were confident in the digital channel, so the chatbot and integration of the WhatsApp channels, which have gone well. Our concern when we started to go through the program was very much around the robustness of the voice channel, because we knew that was new in the technology, and that's probably where we spent a lot of time and effort. We knew we had our plan B with our current platform, but we followed our vision of becoming truly omni-channel, and worked very closely with our Tech Labs partner, but also with Microsoft. We had the account team, we had unified support, we had the fast track team. team, and together we address some of the key challenges with the product. We put a lot of time into performance testing the product as well, just to make sure it was robust enough to cater for the worst case scenario. You know, you wake up one morning, there's a storm, all your customers are calling you with repairs issues. You need to be able to cater for that scenario. So a lot of effort went into that. And then the other things that were really kind of key to us were things like enhancing the knowledge base, embedding customer voice. So having that whole sentiment analysis, if the customer calls in or if the customer is on a chat journey with us, we have that full sentiment analysis embedded in that conversation. And again, that's a game changer to us, because you get that total view of what the customer of the experience for the customer, and you can see that, and it helps you to evolve that contact with that customer. So lot of improvements for us, and I think I would definitely say it's been a game changer in terms of where we were. Just calling out a couple of the new features. If I go bottom left, the two-way portal messaging, the notifications piece has been amazing for us. In particular, we've seen huge benefits in the income piece. So we've seen customers paying their direct debits, setting up direct debits, paying their rent. We've seen an increase there, but we've seen a lot of the contact through the portal messaging has been much faster than email, because we have now turned email off. So we are seeing a real change in how the customers are interacting with us. Top left is really all around the reporting that we're getting from the platform, the core out of the box from IPC and Microsoft. We did put a lot of effort in with Microsoft to evolve what we call our wall boards. So really understanding how the Dataverse was catering for things like average speed of answer, average handling times, resolve a first point of contact, abandonment rate. So we did have to put a lot of work into understanding the metrics that the Dataverse was using for those, and the metrics that we at Vivid were using to calculate those, and therefore informing how our contact centre should be staffed and run. On the right hand side, top right is really the new digital channels. Again, a game changer for us. And then on the bottom right is the knowledge base. So we've seen a huge uptake in the knowledge base, and the ability for the customer again to give sentiment and positive or negative feedback has helped us to evolve that journey, and again links to our self-service ambition. So that's just a quick overview of the key functionality. I think, Farron, you asked, is IPC integrated? And the answer is yes to that question. I'm sure you're all dying to see what were the results. So bearing in mind we're 3 months in, I would say hugely positive at this point, and I can explain some of these. So we've got a huge increase and uptake on online account logins. We've got a big shift from phone to the channels, the chat channels, WhatsApp and live chat. You'll see the -39 from phone. So what that means is we'd envisage our phone volume, our call volume, reducing by 10%, but instead it's increased by 39%. The main reason for that is email, because as I said earlier, we've turned email off, which was a big decision for us, because we had a channel that was consuming a massive amount of contact center agent time, but we were really unable to manage it properly. So what we now see is the volume sort of starting to shift to the digital channels, slight increase on the call channels, but we're seeing with the new product, the DCCP solution, it's quicker. So our average handling times are better, and our speed to answer is also better, even though the volumes are going up. So when we went live, we expected huge queues in the call center. We didn't achieve that. We didn't experience that. We managed to maintain our performance on go live week, and then we've improved it from there. So that was a massive thing for us. The knowledge base has been, again, a game changer, driving the self-serve, and we're getting very positive feedback from our customers on that. Chatbot conversations, again, we're evolving the chatbot. I think with the co-pilot coming on board and making that more generative AI will help us immensely, because at the moment we have pre-configured the journey. So there's a lot of work we know we have to do there, but we can see where the benefits are. And we are seeing an increase in customer registrations. I'm just conscious of my time. some other stats here where you can see we've a big game changer in the income piece. A lot of direct debits being set up, whereas before that was a call taking agent time. Again, a huge positive there. As I said, our call waiting times, abandonment rates, and our average handling times are all improving. So that's again very positive. And we've started to make efficiencies by reduction in headcount, and also you're seeing increases in the CSAT, but I think two things have kind of probably impacted that. The switching off of email, big impact. And also we've moved from a text survey to a link survey. And I think it does make the customers a little bit nervous. So again, we're seeing green shoots there, and over time we can positively look to improve that. So overall, very positively received in the contact center. Did come with technical challenges, which we overcame with the right people on board, and we are confident that we now have the data to make the right decisions in the future to improve the service. So that just leads me to my last slide, which is just next steps. Very much now into phase 2. As I said, that's predominantly property services, and we're delivering that in such a three chunks. And really continuous improvement all the way. We've retained a team to start to look at what we can improve for our customers. And again, I'll be passing over to Sagar in a minute, who will talk about what's next on the platform, where we are part of the preview to start to embed Copilot, move to more generative AI experiences, and also avail of some of the next generation improvements for the voice channel, which we're keen to avail of. So that's it from me. Hopefully that all made sense. And I think I am handing over to yourself now, Sagar, or back to you, Mohammed, is it?
Yes.
I'll stop sharing.
Thanks, Fiona. Thanks, Fiona, very much. That was really very impressive, I have to say, and especially the achievements that the business have achieved is remarkable. I really appreciate also you sharing with us this information. So we're going to move on now to Sagar, who is from the Microsoft engineering team, specifically within the Fast Track team, and he will walk us through some of the roadmap, the available, kind of publicly available information, because obviously there are things under non-disclosure agreements that cannot be shared. However, there is a magnificent amount of new features and functionality that is coming up already in the next few months, and more to come after that. So over to you, Sagar, if you want to start sharing.
Sure. Thanks, Mohammed. Just sharing my screen. Please let me know if it's...
Sure. Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. Thanks, Fiona, for that great success story that you have just referred us. End of the day, the solution, the product what we build, and the solution what the Tech Labs team has put forward is what the testament comes out of the customers' happiness and the success. So truly thankful to you for presenting such a good story about it. Now, thanks, Mohammed, for giving me an opportunity to talk about the Microsoft roadmap on the Dynamics 365 customer service space. Shouldn't be taking more than 5 minutes, but let me start. Before I actually talk about the play that Dynamics 365 customer service has in this roadmap, we would like to provide the context in which we are playing in this space. So this is about a typical customer journey. It illustrates a customer journey where customer is provided with a multiple touch points like live chat, social, email, SMS for a self-service or agent-assisted nudge journeys, agent-assisted support mechanisms. So in case of agent-assisted scenarios, then any OEM provider like Microsoft or any other competition should have a strong routing engine to ensure the right agent is connected for a better customer satisfaction and the resource productivity. It's not an easy thing to do. To make things even more challenging, there are three major trends that impact everyone involved in the customer service. Now, those are technology divergence, because technology has been added over the time in the contact center space, and that results into your technology systems being in silos, and that results into a data divergence because data ends up being in that respective technology areas. So the unification of the customer out of these various data silos is also another challenging fact. And those two facts end up resulting into an inconsistent channel experience, because one person talking over the web followed by over the phone call, the agent taking the phone call, may not have the enough context about how this customer talked in the previous channel. So these are the three major challenges that we try to address in our omnichannel experience, what we're going to talk about. So this is the Microsoft Digital Contact Center platform is nothing but a set of technologies and the products and technologies that we combine to give that omni-channel service to our contact center implementations, customers having the contact center deployments. And what we do is we combine the technologies like Dynamics 365 customer service and Power Platform, Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Azure, and there's a new kid on the block in Microsoft via Nuance acquisition, which we are using heavily for enterprise scenarios. And also we depend on a third-party, contact center infrastructure such as Avaya, Genesys, etc. So when we think of any organization, that supports the customers or employees, we remain anchored in this vision of our digital contact center. Everything starts with the customer or employees in case of internally facing contact center implementations. Both these user personas, engage through the channels of their choice. The various listed choices that what's coming in the what's shown up in the slides. And then self-service ideally addresses most of the needs via the virtual agents. But if not, that means that a customer is getting into an assisted mode. And the one important thing that comes as part of the DCCP platform is called a unified routing, right? The unified routing classifies the conversation, the input signals. It takes the input signals, it classifies it, and then try to assign it to the right agent. There's a lot of AI technologies that comes into the play for a unified routing to work, something like skill identification, sentiment analysis, because if the customer is making maybe a fourth or fifth call, the tone of the customer should be assessed and thereby give that hints to the agent, if it is a chat or bit of voice, and thereby provide a contextual information, provide a right level of agent for better, customer handling. And then agent has a comprehensive workspace to do everything, what he or she needs. For example, customer service workspace, what Yara has mentioned in her slides, and that's what we talk about. Customer service workspace is nothing but a multi-session app using which you can deal with more than one channel of conversation with one or the more the customer. So like you have one shell of application in which you can take a phone call from a customer and you can take a chat conversation from a customer, or you can take a social chat from the customer, and so that you should be able to manage all customers under a single agent desktop, which we call it as a customer service workspace. Finally, there are two more important personas that we offer, that we provide support, that is supervisors and the knowledge managers, because these are two important personas, who will try to reason over the data, try to see the productivity of the agent through the various data insights that we provide. So what unifies for all these personas and improves the efficiency and productivity is the new trend called generative AI. It's not it's no longer a new term, if I were to be very frank here, because AI has been pervasive for many years, but of late with the ChatGPT evolution, this has become like a common term across every product, be it a Microsoft or a non-Microsoft or any other applications. So what is so important in the DCCP or in a Dynamics 365 customer service offerings is about how AI is being applied, because this is a single most answer. If you talk to any Microsoft person, what are you doing in your products? The default answer is the AI infusion in our products, because we believe that as part of this transformation, artificial intelligence and more significantly generative AI is the single most impactful area that will change how the customer service is delivered in the future. Right. So when we look at this, how the service is evolving, we think this new service feedback loop emerges out the best, and we consider three important elements of the customer service that interconnect and interrelate each other. So if you see on my left, there's a self-service. Which engages more into the, it's a customer engaging into the self-service. And in the top, we have assisted service, which requires employees, to support the agents, to support the customers, to get the right solutions, via this mode. And then onto the extreme right, we have about the knowledge management, which is even more useful throughout the entire service journey, right? So, and how does this feedback loop work? We first capture the data across all these channel of engagements from self-service or from the agent-assisted journeys, and we try to reason over the data by applying the AI models, and that's when your generative signals, that will help, and then we push it back into the respective, user agent friends, so that they will take the right level of, information that helping the customers, right? So what that would mean is that the roadmap, the future of Microsoft in the DCCP or in any product for that matter, is to bringing this AI infusion into each of these touch points, that helps improve the customer journey. And what we call the Microsoft term for this AI is called Copilot. And we introduce a Copilot, in the customer journeys. We introduce a Copilot in the employee or agent experiences. And we also bring this Copilot automation that will help in improving the processes. Right, and this is what how the AI gets applied. If you take the same picture and try to overlay where AI is being applied, where the co-pilots are being applied. If you take a look at it on the self-service side, which is achieved over the virtual agents, you have something called a Copilot Studio. Previously, we used to call that as a powered virtual agent experience. We are now calling this as a Copilot Studio, where you can actually build a good capabilities, using the AI models, your AI constructs that will help improve the self-service experience. But when it comes to the agent experience, which is nothing but an assisted journeys, and then you have the Copilot service, unified routing that comprises of the unified routing and the various other models that will help classifying the conversation and assigning it to the right agent. And then agent has a comprehensive workspace to be able to make the provide the right level of a context to the customers. So that said, here is one slide that mainly talks about the impact of the Copilot. What we have done is, whenever we release a product, we first dogfood it at Microsoft, right? Microsoft is actually running their entire our entire contact center runs on Dynamics 365, across the 20 plus regions with almost like 20,000 plus agents. So what we have done is, for the last 8+ months, we have been running the Copilot in a preview mode. And we tried running some kind of a survey across the 9,000 plus agents over the past 5 months. And these are the results what we have found with the Copilot introduction. And that's why what we feel always is that the Copilot has an impact in the way the businesses run and the way the ever demanding needs of the business may be met using this. So we have the 4 important revelations out of this impact study. One is about serving more customers with the help of Copilot. Those are the 2 facts, that Copilot users recorded an increase of 9 to 12% cases they were managing across the chat case support, and an overall 7.5% reduction in the time it takes from opening a case to closing. And then the second metric is about serving customers faster with the help of Copilot by improving the AHTs and reducing the improving the first time resolution calls. And then the third pivot is about junior agents becoming super agents with the Copilot's help, because generative AI helps everyone, become more empowered with the data, because so that they don't have to really reach out to the senior people to understand the process. Rather, make a question, and then the Copilot will actually give you the answer by really crawling into the various data sources what you have. That means that you really don't have to, conventionally go to your senior people, making the customer on hold and then talking on the other line with the other people and trying to reason over, get an understanding and then go back. That's a lot of improvement that we ourselves have seen it, and we look to see how this gets improved over the time. And then the fourth pillar is about reducing back and forth customers using the Copilot. This is another KPI that we have measured as a good. And so this explains why we are so serious about building the AI infusions across the customer journeys. And this is my last slide, where we are actually pivoting our focus areas and trying to build the capabilities in each of these focus areas. So one of the important areas is about, like we said, improving the self-service, because more the capabilities that we build in self-serve, higher the customer satisfaction, because customer doesn't have to wait on the long lines even for a second if the information is scattered to him or her with the right level of information. So that is where the Copilot Studio comes into the picture. And Copilot Studio, with the generative AI capabilities, it tries to detect the human voice and tries to make out what is the possible mapping to the repository what you have already in the place. That is where the Copilot Studio helps a lot, and that's another area where we are really investing a lot. And then improving the agent productivity. That is like in assisted scenarios, the moment the case or call or a chat gets handed over to the person, how do you improve the productivity of the agent? That's where the Dynamics 365, unified routing, all such capabilities come into play to make sure that the agent productivity is maintained better. And then the communication channel choice, as you know, we now have first-party voice channel, first-party chat, at the same time providing equal support to the third-party voice commands, voice providers as well. And then improving the personalization and the reducing the fraud. This is where the nuance comes into the picture in a high, enterprise systems, where they wanted to have a biometric validation while the agent is talking over, over the line, to ensure that the person you are speaking with is indeed the person that's recorded in the system. That's where the nuance comes into the picture. And then you have a Copilot for Service, which is about, again, improving this overall agent's efficiency, agent's productivity, because Copilot helps you draft the email with the right professional tone. Copilot summarizes the email, summarizes the case based on the huge email trail that may be attached to the case, etc. Right. So these are some of the investment areas. Like Fiona said, we are coming out with a vNext platform, which is currently in a private preview, and we are thankful to Vivid Homes and Tech Labs. They have signed up for a private preview, and currently they are testing our vNext platform. The vNext platform is all about the Copilot Studio and better infrastructure to support the voice channels. That's about what the roadmap and thing is about. And Mohammed, over to you. Thanks once again for inviting me, and we look forward to see more success with Vivid Homes and yours.
Thanks very much, Sagar, for this very comprehensive roadmap walkthrough. We really appreciate that. We appreciate your time and Matt's time to come in and support the session. So I guess the last thing left is really answering any questions that anyone might have. We've had a few questions which we'll go through quickly now, but if you still have any questions, please do write them in the chat or in the Q&A section, and we'll try to answer these questions now. But first question was from Farhan, who was asking about iProperty Cloud. By the way, when we say IPC, we mean iProperty Cloud. I know quite a few of the speakers mentioned IPC many times, and IPC is iProperty Cloud, which is our Microsoft powered property platform. So Farhan's question was about DCCP, Digital Contact Center integration with IPC, and absolutely, it's one platform. DCCP sits within IPC, and IPC sits within Microsoft Dynamics in general and Microsoft Power Platform as a SaaS cloud. So it's all one platform. There's no integration as such, as in we don't build any custom integration. It's all one Microsoft platform. The other question also, which is also equally very good, is the question on PCI compliance. Paul Croston has asked if DCCP is PCI compliant, and we had a couple of answers from Saga and Fiona. Saga's point of view is that DCCP sits on top of Dataverse, and Dataverse is PCI compliant. However, there are certain elements of PCI compliance that are required, and some of them are coming in the next version. For example, stopping a recording during a call where you need to give out your bank account details or credit card details. So that functionality is coming in DCCP in the next version, but Fiona had a good kind of cover on this where I think something specific we did on the project. Fiona, do you want to quickly just go through how you overcome this specifically for your business for now until the new feature comes in?
Yeah, we just offered so the issue was we had a payment by voice. So where the customers read out their card, or you do the keystrokes for your card number, and we realized that the transcript and the recording continued through that process. So therefore, it was almost a showstopper for us. So our clever solution architects, Vishwa and Yara, came up with a solution whereby we redirected. We offered that as a first item on the IVR, so the redirection happened before the transcript kicked in, and then the remainder of the IVR was offered, so the customer could pick the payment or go through the IVR options, which were repairs and all the other options that we have. So that's how we got around it. Not wonderful, but it works for us at the moment. Yeah. And in PVA2 we'll be sort of enhancing IVR. If you want to ring our number, you'll notice our IVR as well is we haven't it's non-interruptible, because again we found in phase 1 the IVR doesn't it's very overly responsive to background noise. So when we were doing the performance testing, somebody might cough and it would pick the option, if you see what I mean. So we then decided to reduce our IVR and run it end to end before the customer picks their option, which works okay. But as the next iteration comes out, I think we'll get a lot of new features which will really help the voice. But obviously, in the meantime, we want to move away from the voice onto the digital channels as much as we can. So it's kind of a balancing act across everything.
Fantastic. Thanks, Fiona. And Matt, I don't know if I know you shared a link to kind of the documentation talking about PCI compliance and Copilot specifically. So do you have anything to add or comment on Copilot or AI or PCI compliance specifically?
Apart from what has already been said, I think Copilot is the one that's going. I think getting your foundations and your data and knowledge base is the first part to start. I don't think that any AI solution is going to solve all of your problems. So where Vivid Homes have gone from to getting the base right first and all of the knowledge right, then Copilot is then just going to infuse and enhance what they've done already and make the amazing numbers that Fiona shared earlier stand out even more. So yeah, always focus on the foundations of your knowledge and your data first, and then AI is just then going to rocket you through to provide even greater results.
Fantastic. Thanks, Matt. And I think that covers all the questions asked so far. Any other questions? Anything I have missed? I don't think so. Okay, so I think we're 4 minutes after our time, so still not as bad as I was worried we could get to. But thankfully, all our speakers were on time today. So thank you for your kind of covering all the angles and all the points of discussion. And thanks to our audience, to everyone who attended.